Hello and welcome again to the winners for semi-final weekend in the VFL. Two classic confrontations between old rivals Carlton and Collingwood, and the replay of last year's grand final between Essendon and Hawthorn. We'll be showing highlights of both games and as well taking another look at marks of the year and goals of the year for our competition. So get ready to make your selection, as we'll need your entries by the middle of next week. Well, before going into our first replay, let me just pause for a quick explanation. Last week we came in for some criticism for not showing more of the Collingwood-Fitzroy game at this time. Well, the Winners is a national program, and many people throughout the country only see VFL football through this program, and we're duty-bound to show the highlights of the week, not just the day. Also, the VFL restricts us as to when we can replay a game. As the Sunday game finished less than an hour ago, we'll be showing it second in the program. So, firstly to Saturday's first semi-final between Carlton and Collingwood. Anytime these two meet, especially when it's a final, you can guarantee the very best of the Australian game. Even though Carlton finished on top of the Magpies after the home and away games, they'd won only 3 of their last 8 games. Collingwood had won 6 of their last 8. Well, Carlton changed their team around from last week and included Wayne Johnston, who wasn't picked on Thursday night. He was on the bench, and Bruce Doull, who was equalling John Nicholls' club record of 331 games, was the skipper for the day. Well, the action in front of 70,000 people at VFL Park was terrific. We pick it up midway through the second quarter, with Collingwood leading by 15 points. And with me, Doug Hayward and Mike Fitzpatrick. Big knock by Jones, goes to Montgomery, who came on the ground to replace Glascott. He's kicked to half-forward, McClure. Outside of half-forward, in fact, just forward of the wing. Now his kick goes to centre half-forward. No height there for Carlton, and McCormack takes the mark for Collingwood.
McCormack out wide, a lovely-looking kick, but a nice interception by Montgomery. Doull out wide to Blackwell. Blackwell caught, but breaks away, sends it short. Oh, shocker, straight to Range. Range plays on quickly. Derek Shaw kicks it wide. Richardson takes the mark, and they're outrunning Wayne Harms, who's got wonderful speed normally. Across it goes to Gary Shaw. His kick is a shocker, straight to Perovic, and Big Bell's got tons of time.
Gee, if Perovic was lucky then, because he wasn't picking up anybody. He was 30 metres from anyone.
Blake's at half forward.
Doull's long kick to half forward. Dean is spoiled. It goes to Murphy at the front. He burns them off with pace. Hooks back with the left boot. Madden there. And with him is McEwen. Picked up by Brown of Collingwood. Or turned the wrong way, but gets out of it. Mullane a chance. Picks up on half-back flank.
He beat Montgomery for strength that time, and across to Derek Shaw again. The big fellow's very mobile. Sends it down to open half-forward flank territory. Doull. In a flash across it goes to McConville. It's dangerous. McConville's got it. Out to Harms. Harms would be wise to steady.
He needed to steady. He hasn't got any Carlton player in the clear. 7th kick to Wayne Harms to centre half forward. Ashman, a courageous attempted mark. Goes to Sheldon. Could score with a long kick. It is a great kick.
Umpire Rowan Saws this time. Big wow against Derek Shaw. Wow wins it. Ashman took one. McClure left puts it down to Dean. A very strong mark. Dean then out looking for Madden. Madden, good mark. Well done, Big Justin. You've shepherded one through very nicely, and it's nice to see him take a big one. And what a huge advantage he's got in height over his young teenage opponent in McEwen. Madden, his second kick. 9 points the difference with Collingwood in front. And Justin Madden's man on the mark is only about 20 metres out. Good left foot kick. Oh, that's nice to see.
Carlton have kicked the last 3 goals and now trail by only 3 points. Have turned the game around in the last 6 minutes or so. Alvin out wide to the forward pocket. Ralph leads with McCormack. Long way from goal. McCormack, well played. Brilliant football, Peter McCormack. A full forward, turn full back. Centre of the ground. Buckley gets one in the back. Free kick, Jim Buckley.
Yes, against Derek Shaw. Buckley out wide to Ashman. Ashman can go on quickly and gets around Richardson. A left foot is a good one. Justin Madden shepherds and lets it through.
Carlton trailed by 21 points. It only seems minutes ago. And now they lead by 3 points. 4 goals in succession. Phillips. To Tony Shaw. To Richardson. Alvin, good chase. Richardson's kick out wide to Gary Shaw. Too far for him. Bounce may favour him. Harms chops him off. Dool. Fellows. Good tackle by Fellows. Dool saw the ball out. The Collingwood fans thought it may have been a kick.
There wasn't anything else that Dool could do. I think some might have thought it was put out on purpose and there he should have been penalised. In comes Dool up above them and thumps it. But it went straight to McMullen. His kick is not a good one. Alvin's curly head is up the top. Banks out cleverly to Fellows. Fellows to Neville Shaw, back to Banks. Banks then steadies and kicks it high. McConville thumped it through and Dacos hit the post.
Carlton by 3 points, 7-4 to 6-7, 23.5 minutes, second quarter. Brown, great tackle. Pushed in the back, said umpire Smith, against Buckley. Free kick to Brown.
Well, Alvin's done some fine running. Here comes Murray Brown, a 15-metre penalty also. He can put it right down into danger territory now. High and long it goes. Perovic goes up first. Recovering best was Blackwell. Recovered brilliantly. Boots it back to the centre. Big Wes Fellows. Madden spoils him. Buckley with it. Buckley out into open territory. Ralph and McCormack. McCormack jostles better. He's got 2 there to assist him. Out it goes wide to McEwen. McEwen punches and follows on brilliantly. Well played, young man. Hits it up nicely on the half-back flank. He goes again, and that was brilliant football. It goes down to Gary Shaw, who slips, and he hit Reed, and Shaw dropped it. Dool.
What a game of fluctuating fortunes. First one team, then the other. Look at Montgomery throwing himself at it. Shaw in there with him as well. Neville Shaw now for Collingwood. One way, then the other. Hooks it back. Nest of Carlton players. McConville caught. Hand pass by Dacos. Inboard it goes to McMullen. He's kicked 2 already. He goes for 3. And he's missed it.
McMullen's pace is really causing a lot of trouble. They don't really have anyone on the half-back line that can match that speed.
He steadied so well that time too, and then missed it. Down to McConville. Late leap by Derek Shaw spoils it. McConville fights and hits it out. Dool dives on top. Headband's gone. Umpire will bounce.
Into time on second quarter. 2 points the difference. Carlton in front in a sensational semi-final. Cutthroat, sudden death. Rains up towards forward pocket. McConville, great mark. Plays on quickly. Drives it high, back to centre wing. All Collingwood. Wes Fellows drops an easy one. Sheldon in front, crash to the ground. Umpire says, play on. Madden. Oh, Meldrum's hand pass to Phillips. Now it's open for Collingwood. Wide in the open is Brown. Short pass is good. Nest of Collingwood players. Chance for Neville Shaw. Pops it out for Richardson. Open goal for Richardson. The Magpies back in front.
Madden down. McClure, who's fought so well. Montgomery, long downfield where Jones in front. Nice play, Tony Shaw. Well played then, Meldrum. Dean, and Dean put it through. And that was all G and D.
Wayne Johnston back on the ground for Carlton. See if the skipper can lift them. The skipper for the day is Dool. Johnston started on the bench. He's on for his second run now. Here's Tony Shaw to Brown. I found it hard to find out how Brown has been dropped a few times this year for Collingwood. He's been great every time I've seen him. Beautiful pass, Rains.
Richardson gives the lead. Rains out in the general direction. Banks is the target. Reed goes up. Thumps it away. Richardson's there. McConville quick. Alvin fumbles. Alvin fumbled badly. Banks fights well. Turns and twists and left puts it to Gary Shaw. Gary Shaw will give it across. And it's a great pass. Peter Dacos the target again. And Carlton are paying so dearly for their mistakes. 2 interceptions from faulty hand passes have caused goals. And there Alvin fumbled. And beautiful play by Collingwood. Gets it to Dacos. And Dacos puts it through. Goal number 3.
Lead has changed 3 times in the last 3 minutes. What a game. Toomey to half forward. Harms. Oh, great punch on by Gary Shaw. Where's Fellows? Good pace. Sensational dive at it by Blackwell. And it spills to Perovic. Good pass to Alden. Half-back flank.
That was a lovely pass of Perovic, the left footer. Well, Madden, you got the height, but you can't hold it. Here comes Dean, who's shown some great courage. He fumbles badly. Fellows out to Brown, back to Perovic. He's spoilt very nicely. Here comes Abernethy. A great pass. A magnificent pass to Banks. Banks short again. And it's too easy. When they swing downfield, they really look damaging to Collingwood. And here's one of the longest kicks in the side. Bruce Abernethy coming right across from wing position into the opposite pocket. He's about 35 to 40 metres out, and it's not a good kick. Oh, McMullen back to Neville Shaw. Left foot snappers through.
So Collingwood led by 10 points at half-time. Now 5 minutes into the third quarter, the Magpies by 11 points.
Wow, Jones. Derek Shaw with a run at him. Jones, a good mark. Carlton had trouble kicking out of defence last week. Jones to centre wing, big pack. Knocked away from Dean. Goes to the front to Montgomery, who hooks back. Abernethy seems to always be where the ball is. Rains is there as well. Hooks it beautifully to Derek Shaw.
Lovely football, Rains. Derek Shaw then drives them deep into attack. Dacos and Blackwell. Harms comes into assist. Out to McConville. On to Reed. He'll be picked up by Gary Shaw. Kicks to Sheldon. Sheldon can go down to Alvin. Now he'll have to kick further. Better hurry. And kicks it. And it's 2-1 against down there again. And I thought it should have gone to Richardson. Murphy. Murphy caught. Abernethy with the ball.
Abernethy caught by Murphy, who doubled up well. Bad bounce for Buckley. The hand pass inboard, and away go Collingwood again through Rains. High to centre half forward. Neville Shaw. Banks. Hand pass out wide, going past Toomey, fumbles. Banks still. Well done, Perovic, to get it to Montgomery. On to Ashman, and away go Carlton. Unmarked is Meldrum. He'll run onto the bouncing ball. Madden in the pocket. Ralph centre field. Oh, Ralph couldn't mark. McClure, 40 metres from goal. Back to Ralph. Oh, bad handling by Ralph. And Collingwood again through a Carlton mistake.
There it is, 3-1 again. Off they go downfield. Derek Shaw, and kicks it beautifully out to Tony. Centre wing position. Hand pass goes across Abernethy. The long kicker will send it deep for goal. It's a magnificent kick. McConville over the top of McMullen that time. Quickly back to Perovic.
Just behind halfback. We've only had one behind so far in the third quarter in 7 minutes of football. Meldrum in front. Good score by Taylor. Mullane will get a free kick anyway. Told to play on by the umpire. Spears the pass to Banks. Neville Shaw leads to the pocket. Wes Fellows has the height near the goal square. He's there with Reed. Chance for Fellows. Goes to the front. Dacos. Beauty. 4 goals to Peter Dacos.
Got 17 points the difference. A bad bounce by umpire Saws. Derek Shaw punched out wide, and here comes Mullane. He beats McConville. Steadies and sends him into attack again as the dangerous Dacos. In front, here comes Richardson. Left foot snap for goal. Beats Reed. Left foot snap this time. They're the two danger men. When Richardson and Dacos are there together, oh, what class it is.
7 of Collingwood's 11 goals have come from Dacos and Richardson. Derek Shaw wins in the middle. Collingwood now have a break. Sheldon in trouble, taking the ball defensively. No one to give it to. Out to the wing for McClure. Too wide for him. And a good mark to Taylor. 15 metres against Mark McClure. 4 marks to Michael Taylor. He's one of the Port Adelaide push, along with Williams, who's off the ground with a dislocated shoulder, and Bruce Abernathy, who came to Collingwood this year to join coach Jack Cale.
I think Michael's the Norwood push, isn't he? Michael Taylor. Here comes Neville Shaw. Richardson again. Richardson again. And it's those two that are really cutting them to pieces. Dacos 4 goals, Richardson 3, McMullen 2. All class. He's taken 6 marks, and he's coming in for his 12th kick from the angle. Beautiful. Oh, what a magnificent kick. And Michael Richardson is really loving it.
At one stage in the last quarter, the Magpies built their lead to 8 goals. Carlton came back a bit when it was all over, but Collingwood won it by 25 points to advance to the preliminary final. Dacos finished with 7 goals, Richardson 4 and McMullen 2, and for Carlton, Ralph and Dean each kicked 3 goals and Madden kicked 2 goals. And Bruce Reed was reported in the last minute of the game by umpire Soares for striking Ron Andrews. And Mark Williams has a dislocated shoulder and looks very doubtful for the rest of the year. So Collingwood, with 2 successive finals victories, is down to the last 2 opponents and 2 more wins away from winning their first long-awaited flag since 1958. Carlton's 2 straight losses see them out of the fight for 84 and not looking the same unit which won 3 premierships in 4 years at the turn of the decade. They could have done with the man sitting next to us, Mike Fitzpatrick, the captain for the last 4 years. Well, Nick Kay took an overall view when speaking to coach David Parkin after the game.
David, do you see this as the end of an era for Carlton?
Oh, I suppose that's one way of looking at it, but we really have been about the same for 2 years. So maybe it's just been a bit longer for people to accept that the team of today is not quite that of 2 years ago. It's certainly not neither in name or in performance, that's quite right. So we've been hanging on by our teeth for, I think, a couple of seasons. We only had 1 chance, and we lost that last year in the elimination final. We got to a position of having 2 chances this year, and we couldn't win either of those. So we've lost our last 3 finals and didn't deserve to win any of them, I don't think, which is probably indicative of the difference between us and the others at the moment. But we didn't have much luck at the finish. We ran out of the players, the quality type players that you really need if you're going to win finals. And whilst I was disappointed that we really went under in the 3rd quarter and didn't score and looked absolutely pathetic, we just recovered a bit of poise in the last quarter, and for once we got a bit of a squirt when the coach asked for something. And I think while we can be critical, and Carlton people would be, I think, bitterly disappointed with the team's performance today, because they came here expecting to win it, as we all did, that we weren't really up to it in almost each of the elements of the game, and that's a bit sad, I think, from Carlton people's point of view. But I think we sort of demoralised ourselves. We made some ridiculous errors in the first half, and all of them seemed to inspire the opposition and obviously decreased our momentum and our confidence, because we made some pretty basic sort of errors, and you can't afford to make errors in finals. I think the team that does make least always wins the game, and we gave them enough stimulus and confidence to keep going at the things that they were doing well. And I think Collingwood people should be pretty pleased with the side's attitude, approach and performance, and they're in with a very good chance, I think.
Well, what about next year and your future? Have you decided on that? Do you want to keep on going?
Oh, yes, well, it depends on whether the clubs see fit to reappoint me. I guess that's time for everybody to have a look, for me to have a look at me, and the club to have a look at me, and the players to have a look at themselves. Everybody, I think, and this club is known for its soul searching, and I guess there'll be probably a bit of a holocaust over the next few weeks while we have a real good hard look at ourselves, because it's 2 years in a row that we failed to go further than people would anticipate we'd go. And you can only go backwards in those circumstances. We've got to take a real new look and a real fresh approach. And if that means replacing coaches and replacing players, I guess Carlton Football Club have been known to do that. I certainly love to continue if that's what the players really believe is the right thing. If I've run my race, then it would be the club's position to do something about that. But it's very hard for a coach to determine that. And I don't think players would be telling me face to face just in case I survived and they had to deal with me after that. So that's the sort of thing that the club will be looking at this time of the year, and I guess the next few weeks those sorts of decisions will be made.
Very honest look at things by the Carlton coach David Parkin. Shortly, the highlights of the game between Essendon and Hawthorn. But now we can take another look at our marks and goals of the year for our competition, which could win you a trip to the VFL Grand Final. We have two separate competitions. The first is for Mark of the Year for viewers outside of Victoria. And your prize is 2 airline tickets from anywhere in Australia, accommodation for 2 nights at the Old Melbourne, and 2 seats at the Grand Final. A great prize, and there's no restriction on the number of entries. And then for viewers in Victoria, the Goal of the Year. Your prize is 2 seats at the Grand Final. And if you come from outside of Melbourne, we can arrange hotel accommodation as well. In each case, we'll show you what we have determined are the best 6 marks and goals. What you have to do is nominate what you think is the best and see if you agree with our judging panel. So here they are. Firstly, for interstate viewers, the marks. Paul Salmon of Essendon. Before a knee injury cut him down in round 13, the youngster was the sensation of the season.
Good kick. Salmon's there with Byrne. Byrne well placed. Oh, Salmon! What a great mark that was.
I think Byrne felt he had it.
Stephen Reynoldson of Geelong. The high-flying cat stretches himself up and sideways in a big pack.
Beside him is Mossop. Black ball right down to that square. Up they go, Reynoldson, a beautiful leap. That was a magnificent leap. Reynoldson being a star. He's obliterated McClure.
Jeff Southby of Carlton. Salmon proved a problem for all fullbacks, but the veteran Blue finds an unconventional way.
Salmon and Southby. Oh, superb.
Dennis Banks of Collingwood. With fierce determination for the ball, he crashes to the ground in spectacular fashion.
Broke away from Edwards, which doesn't necessarily indicate... Banks! Fantastic mark.
Paul Vanderhaar of Essendon. An object lesson in keeping eyes on the ball for a mark which was never his.
Brown dives at it. Williams is the man who kicked it high in the air. Graham Allen's got the chance. The gallant Vanderhaar takes a screamer. That was a sensational mark. At no stage did he deserve to take that. It was absolute courage and class. That's all it was.
Michael Reeves of Fitzroy. While a big pack jostles, he bursts into shot, covering nearly as much laterally as vertically.
Oh, what a leap by Reeves. An absolutely sensational leap by Michael Reeves. Well, they won't come much better than that.
So make your pick from the best 6 and send your entries to Mark of the Year, ABC Sport, Box 1279L, GPO Melbourne, 3001. Nothing in the envelope, but on the back, your answer and your address, and you'd be surprised how many forget. Now for Victorian viewers, the goals of the year. Michael Conlon of Fitzroy. The Lions' bustling half-forward kicked many goals with bulldozing like this.
Almost marked by Conlon. Oh, great play, Conlon. Tremendous play.
Michael Tuck of Hawthorn. Notice the Hawk veteran at centre-half back here, then spinning through the centre for a marvellous goal.
From Richards, Colin Robertson takes it at centre-half back.
Up towards Curran now. From behind is Moore. Dixon's there as well. Beautifully done, Michael Tuck. He's free now. He can fire for goal from about 50 metres out. It might bounce through. It has. Fine play, Michael Tuck. One of the best passages for the afternoon.
Michael Turner of Geelong. The Cats missed their skipper's influence late in the season. They could have done with the determination shown here.
Look at him go through and like a bullet. Michael Turner dodges brilliantly, and what an effort. What a magnificent piece of football. A real captain stuff.
Again, Michael Conlon of Fitzroy. Nobody likes a goal more, and you don't want to get in his way, as Trevor Barker finds out.
Ball still in. Conlon delightfully to Wilson. Over his head back to Conlon, who ran out and then came back in. Mickey Conlon.
Darren Mullane of Collingwood. In one of his first games of VFL football, he shows the poise which made him a VFA club captain at 19.
Across to right, look out, you're in trouble. Oh, brilliant interception. Mullane will kick a goal. That was beautiful, and he does it.
Doug Barwick of Fitzroy, another first-year player in the VFL. The former Tasmanian shows similarities to teammate Conlon.
Short into Barwick. Barwick and Elphinston. Barwick does well to keep it in and does brilliantly to keep it in. Play of the day, Doug Barwick. He'll go all the way. Look at the pace of the man as he kicks it. He's kicked the goal. Brilliant effort. Doug Barwick.
Pick your best goal from those leading six and send your entries to Goal of the Year, ABC Sport, Box 1279L, GPO Melbourne, 3001. Again, nothing in the envelope, but on the back, your answer and name and address. Well, there they are, some wonderful highlights in season 1984. Entries close next Wednesday, and the draw will be made in our preliminary final edition of the winners. So go to it, and good luck.